So if you really want to challenge yourself, put yourself in a position where it puts the world into perspective, it's a go to go.
Just arrived at the Mount Massive trailhead. Yeah, I mean, it's super pretty here. The parking lot is actually not that full, which I'm really surprised about because the Continental Divide Trail goes right through here. So I expect it to be packed, but as you can see, there's really not that many people. But the sick thing is there's a river right here that's like super pretty. The trail is really accessible. And not to mention that there's been like a really light thunderstorm off in the distance, and so it's just like been a little bit of thunder, a little bit of lightning, just super gorgeous. And I'm really hoping it clears up for tomorrow, because tomorrow going up. So yeah, it's time to eat some dinner and head to bed. It's hard to beat just waking up early and heading out on a trail. It's like there's not a lot of words to say just because it's so pretty. So peaceful. It's like you don't usually get this much quiet. I'm gonna stop walking for just a second and just listen. It is so quiet, peaceful, and amazing. Sometimes it's just not what you expect when you're on a 14er, because you just expect a bunch of people to be around. But it's just quiet. Definitely feels quite special to be out here right now. So here's a little turnoff. There's a nice sign, and then Colorado Trail is directly behind me. And then the turnoff goes left and starts the actual climbing of Mount Massive. Let's get going. So the trail definitely kicks up in difficulty. As soon as you leave the Continental Divide Trail, it starts going uphill a good amount. Also, how much traffic the trail itself goes down to. It's like a little bit more rutty, rocky, and not as smooth and nice as the trail that we were just on. So now it's just cruising up. We essentially take this all the way to the saddle. Whew, elevation is starting to get to me. Got our first glimpse actually of all of Massive Mountain. Yeah, you can see that the next like 6 miles or maybe even 7 miles are going to be solely just cooking in the sun. So going to get some sunscreen on, have a little snack, a little breather. Today for sunscreen, I am rocking the Dermatone. I like this because there's literally like no-ish water, and it's just super good for the nose. Do I look pretty? I got boogies in my nose. Hey, don't be looking there.
Michael Jury, J-U-R-Y, like in a court, from Kansas City.
From Kansas?
Yep.
People say it's flat, and now you're here on a 14er.
People say it's flat, but man, here I am. Running at 1,000 feet. Apparently it applies to walking at 14,000.
Have you ever climbed a 14er before?
Yeah, I've done a few, I think. So I've done Princeton, Harvard, Columbia, and now Massive.
What'd you think in comparison to the other ones? How hard was this one?
It was easier than Harvard. It was probably a little bit easier than Columbia too, though Columbia's a little bit shorter. But like the last 2 miles of Columbia is straight up the mountain. You get out of the tree line and then you go straight up.
Okay.
So this one was pretty, not bad. You know, and if you have a 4-wheel vehicle with good clearance, you can actually go further, which I found out at the top. I was like, oh, I took the long way? Oh, great.
What are some tips for people trying to get into 14ers? What do you suggest for them?
Getting out, being active, a little bit of training, or just, you know, staying physically fit, definitely. This is the only reason I can do this. Like, I wouldn't be here right now had I not been running the last several years back home, so.
Any food, water advice?
At least 3 liters of water and not too much food, you know. You don't want to throw up on the way up and then then you're just done after you puke once and it's like the day's over, so. Just some small snacks.
I'm cruising on up. You can see South Massive, Main Massive. Literally you just wander up this saddle. It's all that's left. It's crazy.
My name's Brad. I'm from Melbourne, Australia, but I live in Boulder.
How many 14ers have you done?
This is number 2 today.
Number 2.
Yeah.
What was the other one?
We did Albert 2 days ago.
Okay. Yeah. How'd it feel?
Today was much easier than Albert. Yeah. Just way more mellow slope.
What would you say has helped you be able to do these 14ers?
Give my friends a pep talk.
Have you done any training or anything?
I cycle and run and stuff, so
What's some advice that you'd give to people that want to start doing 14ers?
maybe do your research on like the routes and stuff, because they can be pretty tough. And just maybe like go early too. Like we started here at like, I don't know, 5 or something today, but you want to go early because the storms come in the afternoon. That can be pretty rough.
Made it to the saddle. What a view, look at that. Got just the ridge left. It's just that way. According to my watch, we have 400 more vertical feet. Clouds are just barely starting to show up, but outside of that, literally perfect.
I'm Maddie. I'm also from Aurora, but am now in Boulder.
Any advice to people trying to get into 14ers?
It's not just to bag a peak. You can always turn back and come back another day if the weather turns or something like that. I mean, if there's clouds, like you can see there's clouds starting to build up now, and they can really roll in pretty fast. It's very impressive. I think on Sherman we were like up there and they rolled in within like 30 minutes. So just keeping an eye on the weather, knowing ahead of time, if like checking the weather app, knowing what the prediction is. If you feel at all like you have any like altitude sickness symptoms too, that's a good sign too. But yeah, all those.
Perfect, thank you so much.
Yeah.
My name's Alberto Alonso, and I'm from Oklahoma City. I mean, the first several miles are like forest, you get shade, it's just nice and peaceful. And then once you get into the more open mountainy part, I mean, you see just like cool flowers growing everywhere. And the breezes felt great. And also the atmosphere in the sun, it's been solid. I really enjoyed it.
Some advice for people that are thinking about getting started with 14ers.
Man, I'd say do it. I'd say do it. This is my second one. My goal is to do 5 within the week. And going into it, I had no idea what to expect. And it is tough without a doubt. But I think it's definitely worth it. I mean, you have to really get over yourself. And by that I mean like getting over tiredness, getting over the altitude, walking down a ridge. So if you really want to challenge yourself, put yourself in a position where how insignificant we are in relation to the earth and the universe, it's a go. I mean, worst case scenario, you get most of the way there and you have to turn back around. But then you'd probably be like, crap, now I have to finish it. So I'd say definitely give it a shot. It's worth it.